Hi everyone, Jake from Buildium here. Today I'm joined by Kelli Segretto, founder of K Segretto Consulting. Kelli is a recognized industry expert with over 25 years of experience helping property management companies build smarter businesses, scale effectively, and solve complex operational challenges. Kelli, thanks for joining us. Let's start by diving into some strategies for growth. So Kelli, property managers often struggle with not knowing when to ask for help. When do you typically advise companies to consider bringing in a consultant to help them scale?
Yeah, that's a great question. It really depends on the organization. I believe that property management isn't built in a box, and every organization has their own goals. They have their own kind of milestones that they want to hit. It's not uncommon that I meet a property management company that's like, hey, we want to have the best 200 doors in the business. We don't want to get any bigger than that. We just want to maximize what we can with that size. There are other people that growth really is the strategy, and they want to get bigger and better all the time. And so it really does depend on the organization and where they want to be, whether they want to run a team, whether they want to be a solopreneur. There's a lot of different considerations that we see being taken into account.
That's so interesting because I think many owners assume that scaling is just about adding more doors. But what you're really saying is that it's really about aligning with your company's goals. Now, you mentioned door counts. Are there certain thresholds where companies really start to feel those growing pains?
Yeah, it really depends on each organization, but I'd say the common growth thresholds, 200 doors is kind of that first hurdle where you maybe managed okay without foundational tools and processes, but in order to get bigger than that, you really have to be able to scale. And so retooling of your foundation is necessary then. I'd say that hits again at 500 to 600 doors, depending on your area. And then again, probably between 1,000 and 1,200. And then it's kind of like that multiples of doubles is what we see is the 1,200 and then 24 to 2,500. There's another threshold. So it's as you scale, your processes have to change a little bit. Your staffing has to change a little bit. Models sometimes change completely from when you're small to when you're now kind of a more well-oiled machine. Definitely technology is something that has to continue to morph and adapt to your organization as well.
That's such a great point. So if a property manager knows growth is coming, what's your advice for getting ahead of that change? What should they be doing now to prepare?
Anticipate is difficult. I would say one of the things you hear a lot in this industry, and it's the same in the maintenance sector, is staff up for your growth. Make sure that you have the right number of bodies before you add that property or that portfolio that is going to tip you over the edge, because the last thing you want to do is maintenance poorly. Maintenance requires a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of communication needs. There's a lot of follow-up needs. There's a lot of really making sure that you're giving your best, because most commonly, maintenance is the time when your tenants actually have face time with your company. They are the face of your company in a lot of situations. And so they're going to have more interactions. They're going to have more opportunities for 5-star reviews and for building that reputation. And they're also going to be what creates the most friction if we're not following through and we're not following up and we're not getting to things quick enough or we're not repairing things completely. So it's a really, really, really big piece to that service component in your organization.
Kelli, thanks for sharing those insights. Growth can be intimidating, but your advice really helps simplify the path forward. For those looking to better plan their growth strategies, be sure to connect with Kelli at K Segretto Consulting. Thanks for joining us.